As protests have spread throughout the United States after the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis, Catholic bishops are speaking out. The USCCB's chairman of the Ad Hoc Committee Against Racism, Bishop Shelton Faub, spoke on behalf of U.S. bishops. He said racism is a real and present danger that must be met head-on.
We are brokenhearted, sickened, and outraged to watch another video of an African American man being killed before our very eyes. As members of the church, we must stand for the more difficult, right, and just actions instead of the easy wrongs of indifference. We cannot turn a blind eye to these atrocities and yet still try to profess to respect every human life.
He explained that the bishops plead for peaceful, nonviolent protests and stand in passionate support of communities that are understandably outraged. Too many communities around this country feel their voices are not being heard. Their complaints about racist treatment are unheeded. President of the USCCB, Archbishop José Gómez, also condemned what he called the senseless and brutal killing of George Floyd. In a written statement, he expressed his closeness to Mr. Floyd's loved ones, assuring them of his prayers. The Archbishop also said the cruelty and violence George Floyd suffered does not reflect on the majority of good men and women in law enforcement. He called for lasting change, made not with the self-destructive violence seen in many parts of the country in recent days, but by removing racism and hatred from our hearts.